This video will introduce you to all the steps you need to take to create your own personalized Haggadah using DipTwice. Once you are a registered DipTwice user, you will have access to all the templates, artwork, content, graphics, and design suggestions you need to make your own Passover Haggadah. To begin, click the Get Started button under the image of the Haggadah on the DipTwice homepage. This takes you to page 2, where you will be making selections for your book. Do you want your book to be horizontal or vertical? Do you want it to read left to right or right to left? Do you want it to be hardcover or soft cover? Finally, do you want to start with a contemporary, traditional, or blank template with only the prayers? The contemporary template is based on the Reform liturgy and the traditional is based on the conservative. For this video, we'll be using a contemporary template. Then you click the Next button and wait for your book to load. Once the template has finished loading, we strongly encourage you to take the tutorial of the yellow boxes that show on the screen. You click the Next button to read about the details necessary to craft your book. When you are done with the tutorial, you can simply click the X in the upper right-hand corner of any of the boxes to stop the tutorial and begin making your book. Click on the Decorations button at the bottom of your screen and watch the images load. These are the images you can use to decorate your book. We will show you later in the video how to size these images, how to delete them, and how to add them to the pages. Next, click on the Backgrounds button at the bottom of your screen. These are the images you can use to create backgrounds as you design your book. You will be able to use these backgrounds on any page, as well as delete backgrounds that are already placed in your template. When you click the My Content button at the bottom of your screen, you'll notice that it is blank. This is because you have not uploaded any of your own images or documents or text that you'd like to include in your book. To add these things, you want to go to Add Your Photos at the top left of your screen. All documents and images must be saved in JPEG form in order for them to be included in your book. Click on My Computer and then locate the files you'd like to download, highlight them, click Open, and you will see them appear at the bottom of your screen under My Content. You can download images and content at any time during the design process of your book. Make sure you check the DipTwice library and gallery for content and images that you would like to include in your book. Click on DipTwice Library, look through the selections in the library, double-click on any image to magnify it so you can see it more clearly. And if you should choose to include this in your book, simply click Select under the image and click Add to My Content in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. This image will now appear at the bottom of your screen under My Content. You are not obligated to use this content, at least you will have the availability of it to use in your book. You can use the same process to include images from the DipTwice gallery. Here you will find licensed and original artwork that can be included in your Haggadah. Again, double-click on the image to magnify, click Select underneath the image, and click on Add to My Content to have the image appear at the bottom of your screen. These images can be included at any time on any page of your book. Click on the left and right arrows next to the pages to look through the design elements of your template and get an idea of what is in the book and some things that you'd like to include. You can also locate pages using the page numbers that are across the top of the book. Next, click on Decorations. You can include or delete any decorations you like that appear on any page. To include a decoration, drag and drop it onto your page. To resize any of the decorations, click on the squares that surround the image and drag them to make the image larger and smaller. You can also move the image around the screen once it is highlighted by keeping your finger on your trackpad or mouse and dragging it around the screen. To change the background on a page, click on Backgrounds and drag the Remove Background image onto the screen. You'll see that the image that appears will no longer be there, and you can then drag and drop any image that appears under the backgrounds bar to the page. If you decide that you don't want one of those backgrounds, you can drag remove background and the page will be white. If you'd like a solid color, click on the paint can in the toolbox and click on any color you'd like. You can change the color as many times as you'd like, and in fact you can have no color and just have it appear white. Again, you can drag and drop any image from My Content or Decorations at any time. To resize or place an image that you have dragged from the bottom of the screen from My Content, simply click on the boxes that surround the image, drag them outward or inward to make the image larger, and double-click in the white space. You will see a scale button that you can drag that will make the image larger and smaller. You can click the C button, which will center the image. The Fit button will have it fit in its original proportions, and the Fill button will have the image fill the space completely. One way to include text is to include a text box. Drag the text box from the toolbox onto the page, double-click on the space, and begin typing. Once you have typed the text you'd like to include, highlight it, and you can change the font size, and look of your text by bolding it, underlining, italicizing it. You can also adjust the alignment and the color by clicking on the color wheel at the bottom left of the text box. Press Apply Text, drag the boxes that surround the text box on the page to space it correctly, and there is your text on the screen. If you don't like it and would like to start again, click the red X in the upper left-hand corner and it will disappear. Another way to include text in your book is to drag a text box onto the screen and double-click. Go to your Finder and locate the file that you would like to include in your book. Make sure that file is in PDF format. Click on the file, highlight it, click Command-C, close the file, return to the text box, and click Command-V to paste the file into the text box. You will need to reformat the text, but you will not need to retype it in. Make sure that you click on Apply Text, and your text will be in your book. All you will need to do is make sure that you resize the text box so that all of the text appears. You can move the text around the page as you like. If you'd like to include a border, click on the marker in the toolbox and select the color that you would like for your border. If you would like a background color for your text box, click on the paintbrush in the toolbox and you will see a color appear in the background of the text box. You can change both of these colors at any time. To add pages to your book, you can click the green plus sign that appears in the toolbox at any time. Pages are added in double format. You can use the same process for deleting pages by clicking on the red X in the toolbox. This will allow you to delete pages, but again, remember, pages are deleted by twos. To rearrange pages in your book, click on Arrange Pages, and you will see the entire layout of your book appear on the screen. You can move pages around by clicking on the page, holding your finger on your touchpad or mouse, and dragging that page to the space where you would like it to be. You will then see that you have reversed the pages, and the page that used to be in a given spot is in its new place, and the page you replaced it with is now in the original space. Now it's time to design the cover of your book. Click on Design Cover, and if you choose to rearrange the decorations and backgrounds and look of the cover, you want to delete the images that are there, drag and drop whatever image you'd like to include, and make sure that it's spaced and aligned appropriately. The plus sign on the cover is there to give you a sense of the center of the cover once the book is printed. You may choose to put a text box on your cover, typing your family name, the title, the date. Make sure that you size the text appropriately so that it can be seen as a cover title. You want to remember to design the spine of your book if you are creating a hardcover book, as well as the back. Once you are finished designing your book, you want to click Preview. This will create a preview for you to look through to see if there are any changes you'd like to make in the design of your book. You will want to flip through all of the pages of the book to make sure that your text and your images and your designs and decorations and backgrounds are as you intended. You can return to editing the book and moving things around in any way you like. Once you have finished editing the book, you will want to save your book. Click on Save Project in the upper right-hand corner. Type in the name of the book and click Save. This book will now appear under My Projects in your account in DipTwice. You will now want to create a preview for your book, which will show you how the book will appear once it is printed. You will receive an email which will alert you to the preview. Go to your email, click on the preview, make sure the book is as you would like it. If you need to return to your account to finish editing the book, you can do so. If you do edit the book again, make sure you generate another preview. Your latest preview will be the one that is printed by the printer. Put your book into your account, make sure that you fill out the form, and make sure payment method is made. Your book should be arriving within 7 to 10 business days. Congratulations. We hope you enjoy your DipTwice Haggadah.